You might wonder, what am I going to do with them? Well, thankfully, I'm not going to throw them away, because there is one way that I use these paints, but that's going to be for a future video. It may have taken a while, but I'm finally delivering on the video that I promised months ago. In this video, I'll be showing you the process of how I use the tempera prang paints to make recycled art. You can also think of this video as some kind of tutorial. Here are the materials that you will need. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as mine's. Number 1, cheap paint, tempera, or other paints you have. 2, a spoon or any other mixing tool. 3, a plastic cup. 4, water from the sink. 5, cut up pieces of paper in any size. 6, a canvas. 7, bowls or containers. And then 8, glue, preferably Elmer's glue. Then, beginning our process, first we put a certain amount of shredded paper into the cup. Make sure it's enough to finish your painting or enough to fill 3/4 of the cup. Then pour the water in until it reaches a height to cover all of the paper in the cup. Take your spoon or mixing tool to roughly stir the paper in the water until the paper is mostly torn to bits. It is okay if some of your paper isn't fully torn up. This process might take a while, so in the meantime, you can prep your canvas for what you want it to look like. I already prepped my canvas, and this is what it looks like. Once your paper is looking pretty torn up, carefully drain all the water out of the cup. It's okay if some of the paper bits fall out. Try to also squeeze the paper to make more of the water come out too. Now, separate the paper chunks into different bowls/containers so that it represents each color you're going to use. Make sure the size of each chunk in each bowl is based on how much the color is going to be used. With the original cup, pour in your desired paint and mix it with the paper chunks with the spoon. Make sure almost all sides of the chunk is covered in paint, and then while mixing the paint, add in some glue as well. It's up to you to decide the consistency of the paint and paper ratio. Sometimes the paint can help make the chunks even more mushed up and sometimes very liquidy. Although something to note is that the more liquidy the chunks are, the harder it is for them to dry. Here's what one of my paintings look like with this consistency. The paper chunks are now ready to be put on the canvas, but before doing that, make sure your canvas is located in a spot where you would be okay if any messes were made. For me, I like to use a wooden plank or a big piece of cardboard. Whatever ground you choose will also be where your canvas will spend time drying. Using the spoon or your hands, if you're okay with getting messy, pick up the painted chunk and place it onto the canvas. Then smooth it out so the chunk covers up as much of the canvas as possible. Once you finish using the original cup, you can dump the next chunk into the cup and then repeat the process of painting and adding glue to it. If the cup still has wet paint on it, you can also either clean it or get a brand new cup. Congratulations! In the end, you should have a completed canvas made out of recycled paper and cheap paint that can't be used well for painting. Now, all you have to do is take the plank/cardboard and place it in a secure spot where nobody will accidentally bump into it. The drying process will take a couple of days depending on the ratio of paint to paper. Here is the final result of my painting, and look at how well it turned out. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe if you like what you see. Goodbye.